Good morning, everybody. Wednesday, February 5th. Welcome to the Random Guy Podcast. I'm in my kitchen enjoying my coffee here. And I'm making some breakfast potatoes. A little bit of olive oil, just a tad. Finish it up. Gotta buy some more. Regular russet potatoes, skinned, washed. About a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and seasoning mix. So I'm making 2 dishes worth, which is enough for the whole family here, myself and my parents, for at least a couple of meals. These will take about 45 minutes or so to cook, so they should be ready by the time the stream's over, around 6 a.m. today. Alright, let's go over to the oven here. (405 degrees) for about 45 minutes. Turn them about halfway through, put them back in. Got non-stick foil. All right. Into the oven you go, guys. So we'll come back to those in a minute. Refill my coffee. Good morning, green thing. Make your breakfast. Only the good stuff here. All right.
Journalist at Bloomberg.
Okay.
We'll hear from all stars like Billie Jean King.
So my schedule today is such that
Jay Williams here to ask
it wasn't worth my time to drive
Paul Rabel
halfway down the state to Wallingford, and then to stay there for about an hour and then leave and go back to Hartford area. So I'm working out of the house here for the first couple hours this morning, going to Hartford, going to New Britain, and then back to the office probably around 11 a.m. Then I got a later hearing in the afternoon at around 3 o'clock in Middletown.
Powered by 2,900 journalists and analysts.
How's your morning, Greenton?
120 countries across the globe.
Did you walk Queenie yet? Or Quinn?
Context changes everything.
Little pup needs to get out in the morning.
Is back. Join me, Shonali Bassick, and the industry's most influential people for a comprehensive view across financial markets. Hear what a second Donald Trump presidency means for the economy.
Sometimes
How
his
AI
messages
is
freeze
being
up.
monetized by investors, and the
And I gotta
next big risks facing the
click 'em.
private
Hey,
credit
Chad.
industry.
Good morning.
Bloomberg Invest, March 4th and 5th in New York City. Register your interest to attend at bloomberglive.com/invest.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about hobbies and passions and things like that. We get so caught up with work sometimes. I certainly do.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too.
I've done that for years, where I just kind of ignored my hobbies.
Dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs.
Now that I have some time on my hands, I'm getting back into that. And one of my hobbies is photography. And so on the weekends, I tend to go out and
Here's the Israeli leader's response.
take some pictures here and there, take my dog for a walk.
And I think it's worth
Still under the
attention
covers.
to this. We're talking about it.
Okay.
He's exploring it with his people, with his staff. I think it's something that could change history, and it's worthwhile really pursuing this avenue.
I haven't even been following this news with this tariff bullshit.
The story, Roz. A very interesting press conference.
I had yesterday off.
If we look at the framing
I had
of
to take my
this,
mom to the
Trump
doctor.
has moved his rhetoric from where he was on the campaign trail about not wanting to be involved overseas. Here we are.
And so
he's talking about doing whatever is necessary.
spent a good portion of
and
the
talking about
day
the
with
long-term
her,
ownership of Gaza.
taking her to the doctor. Then we went grocery
Well, that's right.
shopping.
I mean, on the one hand, you
Got
have
all the
US
groceries
president
done
very
for the
clearly
next
wanting to have
3
no
weeks or
US
so.
military involvement further in a place like Syria, but
And,
on the other, this proposal that
just kinda
he
kicked back
floated
yesterday.
overnight, where he was talking about
I took a nap in
control
the
of
afternoon,
Gaza, that
which
seems
was
to
good.
be
I
mostly the
felt a little
idea
better.
that Israel would have the ability to control Gaza,
And
but
then
the
I
US
started
would
to
have
get
to
back
it
into
up
my real estate thing.
militarily.
I
So
started
you're
looking at
talking
the
about the
foreclosures, and I
possibility of
saw
quite
a
big US
a
military
vacant parcel of
intervention
land,
in the
a
region,
rural
and that does
part of
run very
Connecticut,
counter to what
Colchester,
we thought of as
which
Trump,
is
when he
about
looks around the
halfway
world as someone
between
who's quite
Glastonbury
isolationist, who is
and
really pulling
and
the
Norwich.
US back out of conflicts in the region.
So I decided to take a ride over there before it got real dark,
A role of what you would
late
call global policemen who wanted
late
countries to
afternoon,
take
maybe
care
around
of their own
4:30 or
defense
so,
in Europe
5
and
o'clock.
elsewhere. Is that this would require, no
And
doubt, some
it's
kind
like
of
a
heavy US
1.66
military
acres.
involvement,
Looks like
in
it's going to
Gaza.
sell for
And
around
so it's unclear if that's
$7,000,
exactly
which is pretty
how
cheap
you
for
would
that
see it, but that's the
area.
reality
Most of
when
that
you're looking
land
at the state of Gaza
retailing
now
for
and
about
the
$30,000,
fragility and the
$40,000. So it might have been a
of the
quick
region. So
flip.
that's quite a strong shift.
But
And
when I
obviously we're
went
many
over there and I
steps
drove
from
over there
that
and looked at
happening,
it,
but
most
it is
of the land is
causing,
unbuildable.
as you can
It's
see,
on a
quite a reaction
hillside
in the
and
region
it's
today,
sloping
just the
down.
fact
So
that this
like
is
the
now
very,
even
very
in the
front
ether.
part of it
Well,
by
let's
the
just talk
road
about that reaction because
is
we have from the
buildable.
ministry
Maybe a
of
quarter of
Foreign
an
Affairs
acre.
Saudi
The rest of
Arabia.
it
And
just
again,
falls
the
off a
real
fucking
jewel
cliff.
for the Trump
Wasn't
administration was
worth
the
even
Abraham Accords
$7,000 in
during
my
Trump
opinion.
won. And their objective is that rapprochement between Saudi and Israel. And this is what the Saudis
Hunter.
have had to say overnight in terms of their response. It is about a two-state solution.
Bro, I
Foreign
just
Ministry
had someone
affirms
rant to
Saudi
me that
Arabia's
men
position on the
suck and have no
establishment of a
emotional inner.
Palestinian
Well,
state is firm and
everybody's
unwavering.
entitled to
His
their
Royal Highness
opinion,
Prince
Hunter,
Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud.
Don't take
The
insults
Crown Prince and
seriously,
Prime
though,
Minister clearly and unequivocally
In one ear, out the
reaffirmed this
other. I
stance.
mean, I don't
This
care what
is
people
placing a
think.
very clear wedge
I know who I
on
am.
what was supposed to be sort of the pinnacle relationship for Trump in the starting days of this administration.
I invite trolls to come here and try to troll me. I want to find out why they troll. I mean, that's one of their hobbies.
The idea that Trump very much
they don't seem to have real life
that rapprochement
hobbies,
between
things they
Israel
do,
and Saudi Arabia, normalization, economic
They sit
ties,
around all
trade,
day
business flowing,
trolling
and
other
Saudi
people.
Arabia's been interested
And I want
in
to find
that,
out
but
why
this makes
they
it very
do this.
difficult politically and in the region for Crown Prince Salman to do that, because he's
What has this
been very
generation
clear
become?
too that his foundational point
I don't know, man.
is that two-state idea, the idea of a Palestinian
I think the ones that are out there
state,
hustling
and
are
if you
too
have a
busy
situation where
hustling and
Gaza
not
is
on the internet
essentially
fucking
being
around.
controlled by Israeli
There's a
troops,
good chunk of
the
those.
idea
And
of
those will
making
be the ones
people
that'll
leave Gaza and live
emerge
in
as
other
leaders of
countries
this
in the
nation
region,
and
that's
world,
going to make it very
30, 40 years
complicated
from now.
for that to occur.
You know,
And you can
the
see
ones in
not
their
just the reaction
20s that
from
are
Saudi
will be in
Arabia,
their
but also
50s and
Turkey,
60s
Egypt, and others
down the road.
saying again
The ones that actually worked and
our
hustled
starting point is a
and
two-state
achieved things,
solution, and also
they will
not
be
making people relocate
they will be running
out
the
of
show.
Gaza, and certainly not taking them
I'm not
into
going to be
Egypt
around then,
and
so
Jordan.
I'm
So
not
a lot of
worried about
chessboard
that.
could move
But
here in ways that we
you know,
may
there are
not
people
yet
out there
understand.
from this
But obviously
younger
that foundational
Generation
point
Z
of the
that are actually
Saudi-Israel
working hard and
relationship
doing
in
the
this
right
is going to be
thing
very interesting, because it
and
does make it
working the
much
9
more
to 5.
complicated for Saudi as a result.
You know, not blowing it
Of
off,
course, we had
because the
Benjamin
9 to 5 is an
Netanyahu speaking
excellent
to the Washington Post.
excellent entry
Phrase
point
is the phrase that they use.
into
You say
creating
things
wealth.
are the things that other people refuse
You know, not only does it pay your
to
bills,
say. So it's
you
interesting
save
to
up
see
money and
the
use
gap
that saved money
between the two of
to
them
make
perhaps
more
changing.
money,
Rose, thank you very much.
to
Rose
get into
Matheson on the very
different
latest
side
from
hustles,
Washington.
selling used cars, selling whatever.
Only the ServiceNow platform puts AI
You know,
agents
buying,
to work
selling real
across your
estate,
company. They deal with
rental
the small stuff
property.
that bogs you down.
Agents like
There's so many
secret agents,
opportunities in this country,
I
and
once
it
played a
just
secret agent.
boggles my mind. A
I
lot of
missed
these young
that
people
one.
just give
I
up.
heard you were great.
I was
You
great.
know,
How many coconuts were used to make this?
I mean, we all, when I was young, when I was 15, 16, I was working. After school, I
Is
worked.
this my new favorite ingredient?
I quit
Goya
playing
coconut
hockey and I
milk.
went
It
to
will take
work
your
at
cooking
night
to the
because I
next
wanted
level,
money.
No question about it. 10 months, 4
I think
bidding
these
wars,
kids now, they don't
3
even
weeks to
fucking
iron out
work.
the
They're 21 and
details.
never have a
Wasn't easy
job.
finding
Never
our
had a
gals.
job.
Gene House.
But after a few minor alterations, it's the perfect fit.
World War II
Thankfully,
vets
choosing
are
an
dying.
NJM for home insurance was easy.
Yeah, there's still a
They
few
tailored
out there, you know,
policy
they're
to
like
our
nearing
specific
100
needs.
years old,
We
most
can
of
be a
them.
little particular.
With NJM,
It's
you
a
get
long
the
time
coverage that's
ago
right
now,
for
the
you,
World War
and
II.
top-rated customer service.
It ended,
Careful,
what, 80
don't spill
years
the
ago?
drink.
80 years ago it
Mascots,
ended.
Just great insurance. NJM.
ShopRite's digital doorbusters.
You know, so the
let you
youngest ones
download
were around
huge
20,
savings.
19, 20. They're
Like digital
99, 100 years
pizza, 2
old.
for $7. And Doritos tortilla chips, 2 for $5 with digital coupons. Download these digital deals today, only at ShopRite.
But as far as hobbies go,
everybody wrote off.
I definitely recommend everybody find some type of hobby. Get away from the stress and strain of the real world and do something that you really like, that you have a passion for. Whether it's collecting coins, comic books, you know, whatever. Drawing artwork, photography, like in my case. Just getting out in the woods and hiking. You know, seeing different places you've never seen before. Get out there and shut off the internet, shut off the noise, because I think the internet has created this generation that's glued to the phone, or glued to the laptop.
This chapter has made us more money times 5 than the iTunes chapter and the post-Napster chapter. But an algorithm tells you what you want, not what you might like. And there's a difference between what you want, but with streaming, the downside is you have incredible penetration, and we have.
Hunter, where are you at?
Millions
I'm
of
in
people around the
Connecticut,
world,
Central
and so
Connecticut.
that has been very lucrative as a business.
I do this Random Guy podcast. Maybe, I can't say every day, every morning, but around 5:20 to 6 a.m. And that's my plan today. I'm going to shut it off around 6 a.m. when my breakfast is ready, and I'm going to have my breakfast. I'm going to work here on the laptop.
Your fixed income fix.
Probably till about 7:30, and then I'm going to hit the road.
Eastern, right here on Bloomberg. Context changes everything.
The good thing about working from home, you're not tied to that set schedule, you know. I emailed my boss, my manager, at 5 o'clock. I just logged in. I said, dude, I'm working from home, and I'm doing Hartford, New Britain, and I'll be in the office around 11. So, you know, he's not wondering where the fuck I am. You know, I could get up at 3 in the morning and work and do some things. Hi, I just subscribed. Cupcake. Thank you, Cupcake. Cupcake, where are you from, my friend? The Book Barn. England, okay. How's everything over there in the UK? You know, I'm hearing differing things. You know, people are frustrated with all the restrictions going on there. You know, free speech and all this sort of thing. I hope they're not going down that Orwellian path where the thought police are out there. I'll put my tie on after I eat breakfast. I don't want to spill any of that potato juice on my tie or anything, you know. Shit, I just noticed I got a crack in the ceiling. There was a wall there before, and that was taken out. And then this ridiculous plaster stuff was put on the ceiling. It's holding up pretty good, though. I mean, that was put in probably about 40 years ago. Well, let's go check on the potatoes. So as I said, just flip these a little bit once or twice during the cycle. Yeah, I put just enough of that olive oil in here. Sometimes I put a little too much and it puddles up. I don't see much of a puddle here, so I put just enough in. For this quantity, you just need a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Yeah, they're just starting to cook. They're going to be in here for another, what time is it? About another half hour or so. Make sure these pieces are all not sitting on one on top of another, but are on the baking pan, so that way they cook better. I'll show you the seasoning mix, guys, that I use. Fresh Success roasted potato. This packet is how many ounces? 1.25 ounces. It costs about $1.50 at Stop and Shop. There's the ingredients. Got some vitamins even, huh? Minuscule amounts of vitamins, but yeah, you can use any kind of potatoes. This photo is the mini red potatoes. Those are easy to prepare. You just wash them and cut them in half. You don't even have to peel them. But I like the russet. They cook real nice. Oh shit, burned my finger there. Green thing, cupcake, good morning. Gotta get new countertops. This old shit. Original with the house. I used up all my olive oil. And I went grocery shopping and I forgot I only had a little bit left. I didn't buy any. Pissed. Oh well. Pick some up next time I'm near the store. Oh boy. We're supposed to get some more snow tomorrow, Thursday. Rayhan, good morning. Good afternoon or good evening from Indonesia. Rayhan, my younger daughter and her fiance visited Indonesia. Had to be about 4 or 5 months ago, maybe. It was like towards the end of last year, around Thanksgiving. They went down to Indonesia for about 8 or 10 days. And what they noticed down there in Indonesia, Rayhan, there were a lot of Russians, young Russian men hanging around, avoiding getting pulled into the war. I'm wondering if you noticed that over there in Indonesia, any kind of Russian expats just hanging around, maybe causing some trouble down there in Indonesia. Green thing, what are you having for breakfast, honey? I'm going to make one scrambled egg. And I'm not going to do any bacon today. I'm going to skip the bacon. So just the potatoes. A little, couple tablespoonfuls of the potatoes. One scrambled egg, maybe an English muffin with a little bit of butter and cream cheese on it. That'll be my breakfast. Turkey on toast. Protein in a shake. Nice, nice. I'm gonna do the vanilla shake tomorrow morning before I leave. I'm gonna make I gotta find a container for it. Wait, I think I have one upstairs. I've got like a water bottle upstairs I could use. You're doing good, Rayhan. No problem. I can understand you. Welcome. This is the Random Guy podcast. I'm just a random guy, regular person, nothing fancy about me. And I come on around 5:20 a.m. Eastern U.S. time for about 40 minutes or so. We just talk about whatever, news of the day, whatever's happening, any kind of things that I want to talk about. Usually something comes to my head the night before, and I'll post a link to the morning show. And what I wanted to talk about yesterday was the hobbies. You got to have some hobbies. You can't just be tied down to work and drudgery and, running on a hamster wheel constantly. You have to enjoy life. Life's a journey. Every day's a gift. And, the reality of life is death. We're all going to die someday. We're all one day closer to death today than we were yesterday. So you got to enjoy some of it before your time comes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to definitely shake it up. I got a mixer, too. I could put the mixer in the thing and mix it up. Or just pour it in the mixer. I got the mixer over there behind the microwave. I'll just do it in there. Boom. Zip it and just pour it. But that looks good. Looks really good. I've been yesterday afternoon when I was chilling out a little bit, I came across a stream with John down from South Jersey. You know who I'm talking about, Green Thing. And supposedly he's dating this Michelle woman, and she was screaming and yelling, and I don't know what the fuck was going on there. But it was the same shit show over there, you know. There were he had a lot of people in there. I think he had like 50 people watching that. And this is, you know, early afternoon. And so I'm thinking, what the fuck do these people do during their day? I mean, this is their entertainment, is this chaos and this drama. But I guess that's a thing, you know, that is what some people get into. He doesn't like me, that guy, you know, Green Thing. He doesn't like me because when him and Noodles were going at it, I heard him say something along the lines that he's going to shoot. So, you know, he goes off the rails sometimes and he talks bullshit. And I think he threatened Noodles that he was going to come and shoot him or something like that. And, you know, I was maybe half asleep. I didn't quite catch it. And I think he has some type of disability, like a psychiatric disability or something. I'm not positive on that either, but, you know, I'm pretty sure that New Jersey doesn't allow people who have a psychiatric disability to have firearms. And so I brought the question up in Noodles Discord, again, fucking Discord, and I asked if anybody else heard this, what he said. And nobody really answered. I think Tony Stark, like a couple weeks later, said, I didn't hear that. So I didn't say anything after that. Well, one of John's minions there got into Noodles' thing, and they showed that to John, and so John got all upset at me, like, you fucking asshole, fuck you, I don't want you around. I'm gonna come and get you. You know, he's threatening to come and get me. So I said on some of my stream, come and get me, motherfucker. You know? And he never came and got me. He's all talk, no action, this guy. He's full of shit. But, I mean, I guess he does provide entertainment for the people that enjoy that kind of shit. 8th grade, yeah, exactly, an 8th grade love affair. You know? And then this Panka guy's in the middle of it, and he's like, you know, it's kind of sad, because he's like probably the only one that really cares about this Michelle as a friend. And everybody else kind of uses him as a lulz cow. It's crazy. Green Thing, the flip-flopping is ridiculous. Yeah, but, you know, I don't care if anybody goes into there, talks to John. You know, you guys do your own thing. You know, I'm not upset or anything like that. You guys do your own thing. I don't care who goes where. You know, it's a free world. You know, I'm just saying that why I don't chat in there is because he told me he didn't want me there. So I'm not gonna entertain that. If I come across it, I might tune in for 5-10 minutes, but that's it. That's all he gets out of me. Rayhan, thank you. Have a good day, Rayhan. Good evening or whatever is down your way. I think you're going into evening. It's more likely to get a sandwich. A sandwich? Sandwich. Get a fucking sandwich, you bastard. I gotta get more coffee, guys. Second cup. Got my tie. Gotta fix it. You gotta have the dimple right in the middle, guys. Okay, this is your GQ advice, guys. When you tie, your tie should have a dimple right in the middle. So I'm gonna have to retie this later. I'm surprised more people don't have good clothes on, you know? I mean, not so much the younger people in their 20s, but like people my age, Noodles' age. I mean, Noodles should put a fucking suit on once in a while, you know? I think the only time I saw him with a suit was around the time of his mom's funeral. Like last year, whenever that was. I saw, what's his name? Jose is coming up to New York. And he's going to meet up with Carl 2.0. Carl's going to show him around. So this Jose, I don't know where he is. He's out on the West Coast, I think, somewhere. But maybe this weekend he's going to come out and Carl's going to show him around the city. Maybe he said something along the lines that he'll take him down to Montauk, way down on the end of Long Island. So, you know, they'll have some fun. It's cool when people get together and they're not at each other's throats. They're actually networking, you know, which is what this is. You know, that's very cool to see that. The cat video Carl makes. I have to check those out. I don't think I'm subscribed to Carl. I think Carl has a beef now with Noodles because Noodles is hanging with John, and Carl really hates John, you know, and back and forth. The animosity there is mutual, and so for that reason, I think Carl kind of cut Noodles off. Who knows, man? These people might be fucking friends behind the scenes anyway. Greetings, Big Bear. How are you, my friend? It is, what time is it here? It is 10 of 6, 5:50, 5:48 to be exact. I'm just sitting here having a morning coffee chat with whoever stops by. Everybody's welcome here, guys. On this channel, guys, what I do is stuff around Connecticut. That's why the channel is Stan CT. My name is Stan. I do this morning podcast Monday through Friday, usually. Might skip a day here or there for about a half hour, 40 minutes or so. And then I also do, I do family stuff with my kids, and, that's more personal in nature. I do real estate, foreclosures, tax liens, shit like that. Further back, I did like cemetery exploration, abandoned building exploration, stuff like that, but I kind of fell on the wayside. I haven't really done much of that recently. Just kind of busy right now, I'm doing well, thank you. So, pop in if you like to have a coffee chat. So if there's some interesting politics or whatever going on, we'll talk about that. So supposedly all these tariffs are kind of tapering down a little bit. I think China is 10% and Mexico and Canada are like temporarily suspended or something. So we'll see. Trump's Trump's twisting some arms. I stopped watching the confirmation things going on. I watched a little bit of it last week when RFK was up there, and he called Bernie Sanders out for being a fucking shill for the pharmaceutical companies. Bernie fucking flipped out. That was funny. That was funny as hell. But all these people are phonies. I mean, Democrats, Republicans, it's two heads, one snake, as far as I can see, you know. They all work on the same team. They're all friends behind the scenes. I don't trust any of these people. RFK is a weird person. Yeah. Yeah, supposedly, Green Thing, he had some type of black book. You know, he's like a real womanizer, this guy, RFK Jr. And like a notorious philanderer. I mean, he's been married like 3 or 4 times. One of his wives committed suicide. And he had this black book where he rated the women that he's with. You know, married, unmarried, great sex, great blowjob, you know, whatever, takes it in the ass. Serious. This is RFK, man. And he's definitely on steroids. You know, if you see him without the shirts, you know, he's got the bitch tits caused by steroid abuse. So he wants to be health. We'll see what happens there. I don't know. He might have ruffled too many feathers, and he's gonna lose the nomination. Or he could be too fucking weird. Although I didn't see any of these or hear. I didn't hear of any of these senators really going after his deviancies. You know, they were more into the you know, the vaccines. You're against the vaccines. Blah blah blah. The Kennedy saga. Yeah. Bacon face gamer. Good morning. We speak English here, gamer. I'm sorry, you're French. Good morning. If you could, you know, speak English or translate to English, that would be great. I'm going to be shutting it down pretty soon, guys. It's about another couple minutes or so. But I'll try to come back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, let me see what my docket says here. It's my docket. Where am I tomorrow? Thursday. I have one hearing in Waterbury at 9:30. So yeah, I will definitely be in the car tomorrow morning, 5:20 at the gas station, the usual routine. So I'll have my New York Post, and maybe we can go over some of the news or whatever's going on. Do you think RFK, wait a minute, so Junior's uncle and dad would be proud or disappointed? I don't know. I think both the uncle and the dad were philanderers also, you know. JFK was banging out the Marilyn Monroe, and then when she got too clingy, he passed her off to RFK, you know, shortly before her death. So, I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree with those people. Okay, good, Bacon, thank you. Putty Cat, Trump made a comment the U.S. could own Gaza. That sounds okay to me. Well, Putty Cat, I mean, what the fuck is over there in Gaza besides rubble? I mean, I know there's oil fields out offshore. You know, that might be of interest to Trump. But anything Trump said, Trump is definitely heavily invested in the Jewish cause. You know, his son-in-laws and all that are Jewish, so you know I thought that once Trump got elected, he'd just give the Zionists out there carte blanche to take over as much territory as they could. You know, take over Gaza, take over the Golan Heights, whatever the fuck's out there. Take part of Syria, all of Lebanon. You know, Greater Israel, I think they wanted to create. And Trump wouldn't oppose it too much. You know, he may give him a slap on the wrist, but I think the next 4 years you're going to see a lot of Israeli warfare and stuff going on over there unabated. You know, I feel bad for those people. You know, they don't know how to fucking get along. You know, it's just very sad. You know, and the one with more firepower always wins. Gaza beachfront property, resort property. Yeah. I heard Zelensky bought his parents' oceanfront property. I think in Tel Aviv, maybe. Yeah. Our tax dollars at work. And Zelensky's wife bought a Bugatti. You can't make this shit up, man. You really can't. Well, hopefully that's coming to an end. You know, maybe Trump's gonna close the spigot on Zelensky. But we'll see. Oh, definitely a crook, yeah. Con man. There's a video floating around of because he's a comedian. He was a fucking comedian. And some, you know, so he goes, somehow they made him president. You know, they put him up there. You know, he walks around with these camo shirts and shit. But there's a video out there of him taking his dick out and playing a piano with it. I think if you Google it and you go deep enough, you'll find it. It's out there. I mean, this guy's a creep. All right, guys, I got to go check on them taters. Let's go over there and see what's going on with the taters. They might be ready. Put this on reverse. Okay. Ooh, hot. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, they're looking good. Yeah, they're done. I probably should have stirred them one more time than I did. But these are definitely ready, guys. Yep. Ready for breakfast. All right, folks. Thanks for popping in today. Wasn't much of a topic as far as hobbies, but you know, my main point was break away from the internet, from work, from stress, and do something that you really take pleasure in, that you have passion for, whatever it may be, and enjoy yourselves. Yes, I have eggs. I'm going to make one scrambled egg to go along with a couple spoonfuls of these, and maybe I'll do a English muffin with a little bit of butter, and I got some cream cheese. I got the Philadelphia cream cheese with the jalapeno in it. You know, I like the hot stuff, guys. So I'm going to put a little bit of that jalapeno Philly cream cheese on my bagel, and that'll be my breakfast, guys. All right, everybody have a great day. Thanks for popping in today. Much appreciated. Much love, everybody. Take care, guys.